Okay, g'day again. Alright, this is a revised video on putting in these copper rivet pins on the boats. Basically, yeah, I've overthought it, overcomplicated the first way I was doing it, and yeah, come up with a somewhat better way. So, make a new video. Firstly, I have pre-drilled those holes, pre-drilled all of them, and the drill I've used is it's the same size as the flats on this pin, and I've used the same size to drill out the caps. These were made for a much smaller pin, and yeah, well, I've used two different sized pins on this, basically because I started with one pack and it ran out. These ones here are a bit thicker, a bit longer, but yeah, when I was using, this is a 5mm drill, and I was using a 3mm drill for the previous pins, 3 or 4, something like that anyway. But what I found was that, yeah, just that millimetre less in the size was so much harder to get on the pin, and I was actually, you know, bending the pin, bending it inside the timber, bending it on the outside, and yeah, just made it rather difficult. Like, it made it difficult to spread, because once your pin's bent, you know, instead of spreading the end of it when you're trying to bend it over, it's just bending everywhere else. So yeah, really don't want to bend your pin. So yeah, as I said, I've already pre-drilled the hole through the original hole and through 2 new pieces of timber, and then I've recessed it just a little bit. Yeah, I'll show you that. I can bring you down a bit, up a bit high. Okay. So you can see here, got a very slight recess. It's just enough so that the head of the pin will be flush on the outside of the gunner. So you don't want any more than that, because then when you go to put the cap on, it's going to be pushing back out and loose. So I can put the pin in there. And the other reason you don't want too small a hole, why you want that size hole in there, is that, yeah, this is old timber, and it'll split because it's up near the top. You know, if your hole's not drilled the right size, you'll split the rib. Okay, so that's the first part. Unhook these from the previous one, and yeah, this is the main thing I've changed since making the previous video. I was using a clamp, but so it wasn't sort of working that well, and yeah, I had to, you know, you couldn't get in there to cut it off without taking it off, and etc, etc. So this is a whole lot easier. This is just a piece of bar. I'll show you in a sec. Piece of flat bar, and using these clamps. Let's clamp it from this end. Okay. If you push it from this end, you're going to have the angle wrong, and then when you go to tighten it, it's just going to keep sliding up the bar. So yeah, especially if you're trying to do things one-handed, you know. Always, yeah, push the clamp from this end, lock it in, and also don't have a minimal amount of thread. Yeah, the more distance you get on there, the more it's going to flex, wobble, come loose, etc., etc. So, yeah, try and minimise this gap. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to drill this. What I'm doing here. Right, and try and put it up ways. Have it so that the bottom of the cap is going to rest on the timber. I'll put it on there. I'm actually going to hold it a little bit loose. Push the cap down with the drill. And then hold it tight again. And it slipped, and I knew that I was going to do that because I got the camera on myself. Anybody who makes videos will know that. So if you put the camera on yourself, things don't go properly. Yeah. The other thing too, make sure you've got a sharp drill. Just spend 2-3 minutes trying to drill through that. It'll get mega hot and you'll burn your fingers when you pick it up. Copper gathers and holds heat for a long time. Okay, this is another self-made tool. It's just a piece of rail bar, about 5/8 or something. And I've got a large drill, I think it was about a 15mm or something drill I used to put a bevel in there. And then of course the 5mm drill for the centre hole. Make sure it's long enough. Yeah, if your hole's not long enough, you get in there and then you'll start bending the pin. You don't want to, you don't want to be whacking the shit out of that either. Yeah? You remember that you don't want to crack loose in any of this. Yeah, so keep it aluminum. Right, now I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to leave 3 to 4 mil. Just like that. Right, now what I like to do is get a centre punch, fairly sharp one. Check that they're still on there, yep. Right, put it exactly in the centre. Get a good hit. The reason I do that is because it starts the pin spreading straight off, and it sort of, like the cap has sort of come up a little bit, but it can't come off now because I've already spread it. If you just start tapping it with a hammer, you hit it and the cap will come up. So as I said, that's why I use the centre punch to start with, because it starts the spreading action. Now, when you're doing this, once again, you don't want to whack the shit out of it, You want to do a lot of light hits. Work your way off the centre, and start on the corners. Just go around it. I hope you haven't got the speakers turned up, because I'm probably definitely right. And that's it. close look. Where are we? Where's the camera at this end? I'm not going to point the camera, am I? Where are we? Oh, come on. There we are. Right. Sorry to take so long to... You see, just want a real nice rounded cap on it. Oh, yeah. Round burr on the pin, locks that cap on. Okay, well, that'll do for this video. So thanks for watching, and hit a like please. Bye.